I am a noob, but with the help of a well-designed Excel spreadsheet, I'm going to try to break through years of procrastination, one task at a time. This is Protaskination, where there are no end goals, and we don't know what's coming next. If you haven't seen the last episode, I'd strongly recommend watching it before this one if you want to know the rules of the account or how the Excel task list works. In the last episode, we completed the first 10 tasks on the account, and the first bonus task as a reward for hitting a streak of 10, ending the episode on a total level of 308. I posed a question around punishments for skipping a task. I got a lot of comments on the video and took the most frequent suggestions and made a poll. The outcome of the poll is quite obvious, with 61% of votes currently going to rolling a task of a higher tier. While this is certainly a strong punishment for skipping a task, I think it might be so harsh that it guarantees I'll never skip. To keep it interesting, I'm thinking it may be worth going with a random choice from one of these 3 options in the poll. That way, if I were to skip one, it's a risk that could let me off lightly, but it could also send me on the longest grind of the series, requiring me to progress the account far beyond my current tier. The poll is still up on my community tab, so I'm going to leave this in your hands. If you think the only punishment should be rolling a task of the next tier up, then that's what I'll stick to. But if you agree that skipping a task should be a viable option, albeit very risky, then go and cast your vote for the last option in the poll. Get your votes in, and in episode 3 I'll confirm the final decision. At the end of the last episode, I made the decision to obtain my first piece of the graceful outfit as my bonus task, instead of getting the RD cloak. Then, task 11 gave me this. Ironic. With the recap done, let's get right back into it. Back doing agility. I love it. I'm over at the Canifers course now, which is a nice change of scenery. Oh, but hang on, did you see that? There's something weird going on with the recordings I have from Canifers. It wasn't like this in Runelight, and it's only my Canifers clips that are affected. Don't worry, I'll be done here soon anyway. While I run laps in the background, I think now is a good time to talk about Marks of Grace and their spawn mechanics. The Canifers rooftop course offers the best spawn chance for marks between levels 40 to 89, offering a spawn rate of 2/3 instead of 1/3. The actual trigger for Marks of Grace to spawn is quite interesting. According to the wiki, each course has a chance to spawn a Mark of Grace upon completion, meaning when you finish a lap, you may spawn a Mark of Grace for the next lap. Marks can only spawn once every 3 minutes, unless you have the Elite RD Diary completed. And the timer works on a scale of minutes, not seconds. That means if you complete your lap at exactly 1 o'clock, you can't spawn another mark until 3 minutes past 1 o'clock. However, if you complete your lap at 12, 59 and 59 seconds, you can spawn another mark at 2 minutes past 1 o'clock, saving an entire minute off the spawn timer. You'll notice I've got a plugin running showing in the top left. This gives me a timer to let me know when I should complete my current lap. By doing this, I've been able to spawn Marks of Grace as often as 6 laps back to back. Now, this does mean that I won't be gaining as much XP, so I'll end up with a lower agility level, but it does allow me to complete this task semi-AFK, which is really handy as I do have a day job to be getting on with. This should be the last lap coming in for the final Mark of Grace that I need for now. And there's the 40th Mark of Grace. That's all I need to complete this task. Made my way over to the Rogue's Den, gonna head over to Grace and get our first piece of the graceful outfit. Very nice. That weight reduction is gonna be very handy going forward. Back into the tracker for task number 12. Please, no agility. Okay, that's quick, easy one. Super quick, super easy, and here's the first fletching level on the board. On to the next one. Task number 13, what's it gonna be? Okay, need 24 cooking levels. This is going to be a combination of questing and skilling, so this is Cook's Assistant for level 9. I'm pretty sure in RS3 this door at the back of Gertrude's house is functional. I've just tried to use it and now I feel like an idiot. Almost forgot to get my fashionscape online again. Look at that. Catwalk. And that's Gertrude's... Wait, where's the quest pop-up? What? Oh. Okay. And that's Gertrude's cat for level 15 cooking. I still need 17 cooking levels, so I'm just going to cook up everything I've got in the bank. And that leaves me just short of level 20, so 13 left to get. Just quickly finishing up level 20 fishing so that I can go over to Barbarian Village and fly fish. And this is going to be my home for the next hour or so. Oh, just fish them down here, run up to Edgefield, cook them and then bank them. Shouldn't take too long. Is 32 cooking coming in? And here we are, the true end game. It's all been leading to this. Let's have a quick look around while I'm in here, see what's in the shop. Task number 14. Another quick one, alright. Why is it taking so long to catch one fucking bird? It's taken 5 minutes to catch one of them. I need 3 for the level. Okay, the next 2 couldn't resist getting caught, so that finished up pretty quickly. Fuck that first one though. Let's go for task number 15. What do you mean? What? But what do you mean? I've just checked the task list and I currently have access to around 600 tasks from the easy and medium tiers. There's 6 tasks for getting the graceful outfit, but I've already done 2 of them, leaving just 4 left in the list. The chance of rolling a graceful task right now is about 0.6%. Come on, man. I specifically broke up the task of obtaining the full graceful outfit into individual pieces because I didn't want to grind it out in one go. Didn't really help much though, did it? I might have to rebrand as an agility locked Iron Man at this rate. What's worse is that I think I have to go for the legs, which is the most expensive piece of the outfit. I like my bob shirt, it looks cool, so I don't want to replace it with the graceful body, and I don't want to cover up that sick design with the graceful cape. I'm also in my blue wizard hat era, so the hood is out of the question. Guess it's back to AFK agility for 60 marks of grace. You know the drill. Alright, let's go and grab our graceful legs. Altogether this will now give me 13 kg weight reduction and 10% run energy restoration. On to task number 17. Okay, interesting. To move my house to Yanil, I'll need 50 construction, which is a useful skill to have, but it's funny that I have to get it to move somewhere I don't even want to live. There's all sorts of people hanging around that area. I've spent a while looking into this, figuring out how I'm going to approach it. I had a quick test of mahogany homes, which is content I haven't done before. The XP wasn't bad, but when it came down to the numbers, I don't think it's the right choice. I'd need to complete around 100 beginner contracts. I wouldn't get enough points for the supply crates to be worthwhile, and I would need to either pick up 1000 planks outside Barbarian Assault, or make 100k GP to get them from the sawmill. The regular training guide on the wiki seems like the better option to me, but it still has one very big drawback. I'll need a lot of GP. I can get to 33 construction with just 200 oak planks by building crafting tables in my house. After this, I'll need about 1,400 more oak planks to finish off the task. I really did look into all my options for obtaining oak planks. I checked out mahogany homes in detail, calculating the average oak planks per supply crate and so on. I looked at Wintertot, I looked at Temperos, but I came to a conclusion that I just have to make GP for the sawmill. Now, in terms of how to make raw GP with my terrible stats, I really have looked at everything available, but I just couldn't avoid the pyramid in the room looming over me. I really am feeling like an agility locked Iron Man. I'll be running this course for at least a few hours with the aim of banking 500k. 400k will be for planks and 100k will be for the future. I need to move my house to Yanil and I'll need to be able to buy gear, food, runes and so on. $50 pyramid tops banked. I'm gonna be rich. Look at that cash stack. Let's see how much it's worth. Nice. I can finally make a start on the oak planks. I'll be chopping them here, right next to the sawmill, with my cash stack on me. That way I can chop, plank and bank, all in one trip. First clue scroll from wood cutting. Alright, let's get it done. And what do we get? Oh, nice. Oh yeah. This is fashion. I love how ugly this outfit is. This is my new outfit. By the way, I've added the time played plugin on RuneLite, which gives me this nice little timer that I can see all the time that I've played. I don't know why, but I like having it on screen, and this will help me keep track of the time spent per task more easily. Clue number 2, crap. Clue number 3, crap. Over halfway through the oaks at this point and I've got my first medium clue on the account. Ah, shame. I can't get the snakeskin boots at the moment. I'd need 30 range and defense to wear them and 40 something crafting to make them. I'm gonna hang on to this one though. I don't expect to get many medium clues right now, so I'll keep this for later. Oaks are now done. I've got all that I need to get 50 construction, so let's head on over to my shitty little shack. I'll be unloading planks at files, running home, making workbenches, back to files, and repeat. It only took 8 minutes of that and I'm 33 construction. I can now switch over to making oak larders in the kitchen. Oh, I'm feeling like Tim the Toolman Taylor. Another 30 minutes and that's a very quick 50 construction. Let's pay the estate agent to magically transport my house. And we may as well go check out the new area. Ah, home sweet home. Isn't she beautiful? Got everything I need right here. My clockmaker's bench, tea, milk, egg, and flour. What more could you ask for? Let's get on to task number 18. Friend of Hersidius. Ah, I'm not very good at making friends. This task will unlock a few nice things for later on. This will give me access to the fruit stalls, spirit tree patch, disease immune farming patches, farming guild, woodcutting guild, tithe farm, and a range that gives 5% increased chance to successfully cook. I'll get the first 5% favour working the fields, I may even get a crafting level out of it. The final 95% will be done entirely from making fertiliser. This will take 950 buckets of compost and 950 buckets of saltpeter. I'll buy the compost for 20k GP and then I'll dig up the saltpeter. Just got my first crafting level from fixing these ploughs so many damn times. Alright, the fields have been ploughed, so let's get digging that saltpeter. I've been keeping count of the number of inventories I've collected in the chat, and this should be the last one right here. Let's head over to the bank and start making these into fertilizer. Took about 45 minutes, but there's 950 buckets, ending with 13 farming as expected. Let's go hand these in. Nice. On to task number 19. Getting up there.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo?
This must be how my audience feels watching this video. This is a really short quest where we hatch a plan to make Juliet appear to be dead. Don't ask me why, because I've been holding the spacebar for the last 10 minutes. It all backfires though when Romeo instantly falls in love with Juliet's more attractive cousin. No skin off my nose though, because that's the easiest 5 quest points I'll ever get. Task number 20, and it's another quest. Alright. Let me summarise this one for you. I went over to the observatory and I spoke to the professor. I shook his hand, then I shook it again. I shook it a third time, and then I left. Ugh, that's fucking disgusting. I had a really hard time trapping this guard. Then I went back to the observatory, and I shook the professor's hand again. Then I shook it some more, and what the fuck? The guard is still angry at me. There's 2 of them now, what's going on? The Quest Helper plugin really enhanced this wonderful cutscene. I looked up at the stars, even though it's midday, and the stars gave me a shitty reward. Quest complete. That is my 20th task in a row, which means I can now complete another bonus task of my choosing. And obviously I'm going for another piece of the graceful outfit. No, I'm kidding. Of course I'm not getting more graceful. I'm getting the Arty cloak, no thinking needed. Here's a few screenshots from mobile where I completed Plague City, did it without a guide and everything. Look at me go. Next up was Biohazard, risking my life out in the wilderness, going to camp, praying for good RNG, checking on my many pets, scamming a silk merchant, yearning for the essence mines, feeling like the king of the world out on this boat, and getting that sweet, sweet cape. Let's keep this going. Task number 21, what is it? More skilling outfit collecting. My favourite. One thing I'll say about Motherlode Mine is that the music slaps. Alright, that's enough. These last 10 tasks plus the bonus have been a bit weird. Even though I've put more hours of progress into this video than the last one, I feel like I'm getting less content out of it. And that's probably because half the playtime for this video has been spent doing agility. Agility is just boring content, but I hope the little montages and talking about game mechanics has helped reduce some of that boredom. Let me know in the comments if you want more of that kind of stuff. Anyway, nearly 4 hours later, and this should be the last invent. Ignore the plugin at the top, it's clearly not kept track very well. And there's the Prospector boots. Let's hope I don't have to come back here for a while. Task number 22, and it's... that shouldn't be listed as a medium task. I've made a mistake. The thing is, I can't skip this task because what you guys voted for is to roll a task of the next tier up, which would mean rolling a hard tier task anyway. I've basically given myself a punishment task because I fucked up. For everybody asking about getting a copy of the task spreadsheet, this is the kind of thing that I need to get fixed before sharing it with you all. This could be really bad. Aside from the issues of getting the clue scroll, the biggest problem is that I don't have the requirements for a lot of the steps. According to the wiki, these are the highest skill requirements to complete every hard clue step. A lot of these aren't too bad, but there's 2 that really concern me. The first is that 80 crafting plus 68 mage or 83 hunter requirement. This is for an amulet of glory. The second is the 80 slayer requirement for rune boots. This is easily the worst one. If I get this one, it'll easily be a few hundred hours to complete this clue. And I'm only on my 22nd task. I didn't plan for this kind of thing. Oh man, I've really messed up. I need to have a good think about this, but I'm going to leave you with one promise. When I get the hard clue scroll, I will do whatever it takes to complete it. I'm not skipping this task, and you shouldn't skip that subscribe button. Here's the summary of everything I've completed in this episode. I have a feeling the list won't be as long in the next one. I started this episode with a total level of 308, and I'll be ending with a level of 473. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe and comment, tell me what you liked and what you didn't, and send me your thoughts and prayers so that I don't get hit with the 80 Slayer grind for the rune boots.